next one, and it's yours. Your idea. Where are you? Come on.
I'm right here, walking on.
We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
You look great. By the way, I like the sparkle eyeshadow.
We are not dead yet, and yes, we can wear sparkle eyeshadow.
It's not sparkle eyeshadow. I have a neutral sand on my eyes, and then I took a little sparkle and went.
Oh, the sparkle looks good. I like sparkle.
And your eyelashes look amazing.
Hey,
Okay.
this is truth, people.
I like that's a whole other episode, and it's Revitalash. It's expensive AF. It is the only thing that makes my eyelashes grow, and it's worth every penny.
I'm just happy that I know what AF means.
Oh my God! All right, this is I'm getting something to drink. Go.
Okay, you go get seltzer. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today is the Hosmer Mountain Soda. Yeah, the sparkle glass bottles keeps the finish.
God, focus! Jesus!
I am. There's just so much excitement going on here. All of our episodes really do interrelate, and this is one of the things I love about doing Truth Serum with Maria, is that I learn so much, and it's a constant. It's not just like we do one episode and then we're done. It's we talk about these and we learn and we grow from them, and there are times where I forget sorry not sorry, and that's the one we're going to talk about today. I was at a happy hour with a friend, and a sort of a neutral friend, a new friend, a friend that I didn't really know very well, but one of the things she said to me was, I love Truth Serum.
Yay!
And it surprised me because she must have done her research or either Googled me and saw Truth Serum on there. And she goes, I particularly love that you are talking to women over a certain age. She is in a male-dominated field. She's a civil engineer and drives, 50 minutes to an hour to work every day, works on bridges, things like that. And one of the things she notices in the male-dominated field is she's a strong woman. She's of our certain age. She has younger colleagues who are in their 20s and 30s. And this one bright woman in a meeting constantly says, sorry, I have something to say. Sorry. She almost like raises her hand, like asking permission. Sorry, I have something to say. And what my friend mentioned to me is she's noticed over the past few years, males in her work group are now telling this younger female, stop.
Yeah.
Stop
them.
saying that.
Yay.
Yes.
They get a Truth Serum shout out. I don't know what that is.
Insert applause. Thank you. So I think I bring this to our attention again, and at some point I'd love to have her on just to talk about, what does that really mean being in a male-dominated field? I'm building a business that's going to be in a male-dominated business, and I have seen and been through obstacles being a female in this particular realm, and we'll talk more about that as things progress. But I do wonder if you are an engineer or if you're I say, why is that a male-dominated field? Like, we're still...
Because we don't push women into math and science. We don't, it's not a focus for them. The STEM program focuses on women going into those kind of fields.
Science, technology, engineering.
Yes. Thank you. Didn't know what STEM meant, but I knew it had something to do with all of that.
Right.
Yes.
Yay!
Okay, high five there.
Yay.
This one.
Okay. But yeah, we don't, girls in elementary school, middle school, we're not focusing on that for them. And because, think about it, we're not focusing on telling them, be an engineer or be a mathematician, be a scientist. I think for their generation, it's a lot easier than it was for us in terms of, going into those kind of male-dominated fields. I also work in a male-dominated field, and I cannot tell you how happy I am about the Sorry Not Sorry episode. It is one of my favorites because that is one where I am truly very conscious of apologizing, of saying I'm sorry. And I love how I just step back and turn it into I appreciate or, life gets in the way. That's my other favorite. I just say, life gets in the way. Can we do this? But I appreciate it's really changed me, and because you feel better about yourself when you stop apologizing. I don't even apologize when I run into someone's car.
Right, yeah. Which
say,
she's done, by the way. I guess you run into.
I just say, excuse me.
Yeah, excuse me.
Excuse me.
Right. Not, I'm so sorry. So, and we talked about this in the sorry, not sorry. When do you say you're sorry? And when do you not say you're sorry, right? So that you can obviously watch that episode, but I think
I think the sorry is for when there's some genuine authenticity, sincerity, where something that you've done is truly going to affect the other person's life.
Right, you've broken a promise,
situation.
Or
yeah,
you've let somebody down.
Yeah,
you and I have gone through these conversations where we've apologized
absolutely
to each other and our growth in that. The other thing that I find interesting, and I don't know why this sometimes makes us feel better as women of a certain age, and maybe it's the way we were brought up. There are times where I take a step back and I say, think like a man.
Oh, yes!
Because
you know why?
Why
Men don't talk. It's a general statement. I know it doesn't apply to everybody. Disclaimer, when men talk, they don't do it with feeling. And when you take the feeling out of any kind of discussion you're having with a colleague or a friend, that maybe it's a very touchy subject, you're more apt to believe and listen to them. How many times have you heard women are just so emotional, they don't know what they're talking about? And we've talked about how many times you have to take the emotion out, and it's so much easier to see the situation for what it is.
Right. I've sometimes said, give it to me like police blotter.
Absolutely.
Like the police blotter is very factual and very, this happened, then that happened, then this is the state of the thing. And we remove that emotion. And one of the things I learned through some of the personality stuff and the matrix mindset, the mindset, all that mindset work that we're doing, it's removing that emotion and moving forward with motion, but taking out the emotion in it and taking action. So,
emotion. Wait a minute. That's a song from the 60s?
Yeah. I don't know.
Damn.
We'll get it.
I'll probably play it at the end of this.
So anyway, takeaway here. What are we thinking about?
The takeaway is stop saying you're sorry. Say I appreciate. Say life gets in the way.
Yep. Remove the emotion.
Remove emotion when you don't need to say you're sorry, you're late, or God, talk up in that meeting. Tell your boss, you know what? I see it, or you're in that meeting saying, we can look at it this way.
Right. Great word. Yes, we. Bring it in.
And the more you do it, the better you're going to feel.
Yeah, own it and be confident. And there's that difference between being cocky and confident, of course, but being confident, I think as women, particularly in male-dominated fields, because you deal with it every day, we got to go in there and talk the talk and talk the shop and be confident in what we're saying. And it's okay that we don't know all of the answers, but nobody else does either.
No.
Right? So
they don't.
Go for it. So that's what
that's it. Stop apologizing. Love yourself.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself. And that's it. It's so simple. Why do we make it so difficult?
Because we forget. I'm sorry it's raining outside. I still remember our friend Jilly. We love you, Jilly. I'm so sorry it's raining. Like, she had ultimate control over that. You don't. It's okay.
It's okay.
Worry
about your circle, right? Your circle. And everything outside of it is out of your control.
Yeah. You've got this. We believe in
this. So here's a shot of the truth. I'm never saying I'm sorry again.
All things that unless you really need to.
Yeah.
Like time for that.
I could say something, but this isn't, my kids are going to watch it.